There is a distinct relationship between the smartest countries in Africa and the most educated countries on the continent. The availability and quality of education plays an important role in the ability of the people to reach their full potential in life. Perhaps culture may also encourage people to be intelligent. The continent is still far behind in terms of education, but Africans are some of the most creative people on earth. Africa's smartest countries have been able to push the limits of that creativity, trying new things and new ways of doing things. In this video, we shall be taking a look at the top 10 smartest countries in Africa 2023. 10. Namibia. Namibia is a country in southern Africa. Much of its land is desert, but since the ancient times, the various tribes have learned how to live in this harsh environment. Even now there are bush tribes that live in the wilderness. Those children who do not live in wilderness, however, get free education for both primary and secondary education levels, which positions the country well for the future. Namibia has an Intelligence Capital Index ranking of 18.89, making it the 10th smartest country in Africa. 9. Algeria. Algeria is a country located in northern Africa, and it is the biggest country in Africa by land area. It is also one of the best countries to live in North Africa. In fact, Algeria has the highest position in the Human Development Index of all mainland countries in Africa. Its capital, Algiers, is often called the Paris of Africa. It is a favorite retirement city for middle and upper-class French citizens, who come to enjoy the low-cost living options, while enjoying the weather and liberal culture of the country. Algeria also has a very good educational sector, and the country has one of the highest literacy levels in Africa. Algeria also enjoys good healthcare and a low cost of living. All these factors make Algeria the 9th smartest country in Africa. 8. Zambia. Zambia is a landlocked country at the crossroads of Central, Southern, and East Africa. The country is largely accepted to be part of Southern Africa. Zambia has a good reason to make education a priority sector in the country. It gets a good part of its GDP from tourism, and it is important to communicate effectively with the visitors, and to give them a good impression of the country. Zambia is also a very intelligent country, and it has an Intelligence Capital Index of 18.93. Education is recognized as a factor that will help the country reach its full potential. 7. Kenya. Kenya is one of the most famous countries in Africa, and it is located in East Africa. Kenya has a population of around 50 million people, and an economy that makes it the most important country in East Africa. Since the early 1900s, Kenya has been making giant strides in education, thanks to colonial missionaries, and now education is available to every child in the country. Kenya has an educational system in which formal education starts at age 6 and lasts for 12 years. Primary education may be obtained for free in public schools. The result is that Kenya has a Human Development Index of 0.555, and the country is making strides in the area of technology. Politics in this country is also very interesting to watch. Positions are keenly contested, and the debates are based on burning issues. Unfortunately though, the country still grapples with corruption and poverty. 6. Egypt. Egypt is an ancient country located in North Africa. This country is one of the most famous countries on the continent. Egypt is a very wealthy country, and most of its wealth comes from tourism, finance, and education. The money is put into good use, and education is a right for every child from the age of 6. Egypt has an Intelligence Capital Index ranking of 21.55, making it one of Africa's smartest countries. Egypt's brilliance is shown by the superior social structure of the country. Egypt is a dominant country in Africa as various areas ranging from sports, education, finance, communication, transport, and many more. 5. Morocco. Morocco is a country in North Africa, and is a country that has been blessed with both political and economic stability. Located mostly in the unforgiving Sahara Desert, the country has had to grow and develop in order to cope with this harsh environment. Morocco is a place of culture and tradition. It has centuries-old castles, mosques and medinas which draw in people from all over the world, making the country one of Africa's biggest hubs for tourism. Morocco has a literacy rate of 72%, and this has been attained through a governmental policy which makes primary school education free and compulsory. 4. Botswana. Botswana is a small but impressive country in southern Africa, and it only has around 2.3 million people. Despite the small population, the country is one of the most developed in terms of economy. It is now described as an upper-middle income country, with a relatively good GDP per capita. Botswana has been a case study growth and development, and the role of government is clearly defined as to look after the interests of the people. The people of Botswana are some of the smartest people in Africa. This is only possible because of the forward thinking of the country's leadership, which has put education on the high priority list of the country. 3. Tunisia. Tunisia is the third most intelligent country in Africa. It has an adult literacy rate of 78%. However, this figure goes up to 97.3% when only young people from 15 to 24 years old are considered. This shows that there has been a recent drive to improve the availability of education in the country. This country has certainly benefited from the mass of new knowledge available. This new knowledge has improved the productivity and efficiency with which things are done. For example, the country has improved the area of land available for agriculture. The country therefore scores high on food security, and also on the human development. The country has compulsory education for children between the ages of 6 and 16 since 1991. Tunisia has an intelligence capital index of 24.81, making it one of the smartest countries in Africa. 2. Mauritius. Mauritius is a small island country in the Indian Ocean, to the east of Africa. The country is well managed, and that has helped it attain an unprecedented literacy rate of 92.7%. This makes the people better equipped to explore their potentials. The results have not come in terms of technology development, but the economy is quite balanced, and the rate of growth is impressive. Mauritius was ranked 52nd in the Global Innovation Index in 2020, and the people exhibit their creativity in many ways, including business. Mauritius will undoubtedly continue to grow in terms of human development. This is because the country offers free education to its citizens from pre-primary to tertiary level, thus building their capacity for innovation. South Africa. South Africa is in a class of its own in Africa. It is the most advanced country on the continent in terms of economy, technology, social engineering and safety nets for the poor. This is the country with the highest number of Nobel laureates, top educational institutions, and medical facilities. Nobody makes research like South Africa on the entire African continent, and the country has actually made some great contributions to medical science. South Africa has even designed its own space satellite. The country is well managed, and performs quite well on the Human Development Index. South Africa is a place where most young people in Africa prefer to go for their studies, and they have a bunch of internationally recognized accredited universities. So, there you have it viewers. The top 10 smartest countries in Africa. Make sure to press the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you don't miss any of our future uploads regarding the interesting continent of Africa. Thanks for watching this one, catch you all in the next.